Good morning and welcome everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday. Today's video, we're going to be building a momentum NQ strategy. So NQ is the NASDAQ E-mini futures strategy, and I primarily and only trade futures contracts for my automated trading systems. And today we're going to be focusing on using the momentum indicator for our strategy idea. Sometimes you have a specific indicator that you want to build a strategy around, and you want to test that indicator with multiple different strategy methods, different time frames, and on different instruments. For simplicity, I'm going to focus on the NQ futures today, specifically an intraday strategy, and you'll also be able to get this strategy as well. Later in the video, I'll show you how. So today we're going to build a strategy. We're going to test it, both a long and short strategy with the source code, and we're going to go step by step on how I'm going to do it and how I build trading systems that I trade with my own capital live. So, all right, so let's talk about the momentum indicator. The description on the NinjaTrader official website is: by measuring the amount that a security price has changed over a given time span, the momentum indicator provides an indication of a market's velocity and to some degree a measure to extent in which the trend still holds true. It can also be helpful for spotting a likely reversal points. Okay, so momentum indicator is a price indicator, right? Measures price movement and the velocity in which it moves. And our goal here as quantitative traders is to find patterns that have happened in the past and exploit those patterns for a profit. So how I did this step by step. All right, so momentum indicator, this is what it looks like on the chart. It's usually a value between 100 and negative 100. And for the most part kind of hovers between 20 and negative 20. But we can use this to find recurring patterns to build strategies around, right? That's our goal. So today I want to focus on NQ futures, the NASDAQ E-mini futures contract. I primarily trade futures, and NASDAQ is one of the most volatile, and with volatility comes opportunities. So we want to build strategies around that. We will be building a day trading strategy, so a system that trades between 9:30 and 4 p.m. Eastern. It will exit on the session close, so it'll exit at 4 p.m. if we're still in a position, assuming we haven't hit a stop loss or a profit target. All right, so what I did was I used a program called StratGen to find strategy ideas using the momentum indicator specifically. So I forced it to only find strategies that use momentum as one of the signals. All right, so StratGen here, we can see in the signals. I'm just going to expand this here on the right with my mouse. You see all these unchecked check boxes, right? Unchecked, unchecked. So I don't care about all these other indicators, but I do care about momentum. So I've selected all the momentum signals as the first condition, right? So the first condition will always use momentum, because what is our goal here? To find a strategy with momentum. Sometimes you have ideas with indicators. Maybe you have an idea that you learned from someone else, or you see, a pattern and you don't know what indicator to use. But in this case, we want to use a specific indicator because our goal is to find patterns with that indicator for new potential, new opportunities. Now in the second condition, you see now we have many more selected indicators, and I haven't selected all of them just for simplicity, but I've selected most of them. So we're going to have two conditions. We're going to have the momentum and then also a confirmation condition as well. That will be that second condition. Anecdotally, I found that two conditions do work the best for robust strategies. Once you get to 3 or 4 or 5 conditions, you risk overfitting a lot. One condition is possible to find good strategies as well, but much harder because it will be trading more often. You usually have to trade on higher time frames. 2 conditions seems to work the best. I'll be releasing a case study later this year on how many conditions are actually the best with the live results. So I've selected that in StratGen. If you guys want to get access to StratGen, you can get it here. There's a link for it. It's a tool I built and use for myself for building automated strategies without writing any code, and allows me to test more efficiently and faster. So the link's here and you can get it there. So I did that and was able to find many profitable strategies in the year of 2022. Why did I pick 2022? So I recommend using a small amount of data for your in-sample testing, right? Just want to find ideas for 1 year's worth of data. I could have picked 2023, 2021, but I want it to be somewhere recent to make sure I'm using recent price changes and recent data. So I did that for 2022, found a lot of strategies, profitable strategies, but there's more steps. The next step is, okay, we found some profitable strategies in 2022, but what about how did they do in 2023 or this year? And that's called out of sample testing. So I did that for all those signals. I did it for the long and short side. Here's my long side profits from the back test. Once again, these are all back tests, so don't get too excited on these returns. But we can see that this green dot was the end of 2022, and it's continued to make money thereafter, so that's good. I did the same thing for the short side. And the short side is obviously tougher because mostly stock indices are going up. So to find out of sample short returns is going to be harder, especially in 2023 and 2024. Markets are up a lot. So this strategy did make more money, obviously not that much more. It did make new equity peaks back in July, so that's good to see. It has been in a drawdown, but it has made more since that out of samples. So that's good to see. It hasn't completely broken. All right. So I did that. Then I generated the source code for the long and short signals. There's an export checkbox here. I click that and hit run, and that will generate the source code for both the long and short signals. So here we have the long signal, which is that. And here we have the short signal. Automatically generated the code with the momentum indicator. Here we can see if momentum with a period of 14 crosses above 90 and the close crosses above the 100 simple moving average. It tested and generated those for us, so we didn't have to code it from scratch. For me to code this and test it would take me triple or quadruple the time. Now I know this video is short and sweet, but this testing still took me 2 hours to do with StratGen, but without StratGen that could be 4 or 6 hours. So it does save me time and is worthwhile, very valuable. So then I've combined the long, here's the long code. I've combined that in the same C# file as the short code. So now we can have long and short signals in one system, right? We want to be able to find patterns and make money on both sides of the market if it goes up and down, right? We don't want long only strategies or short only strategies because you never know when the market could reverse and you want to catch those moves. So long and short is important. It also can lower your drawdown and your correlation too. So I've combined them into one strategy now called Momentum NQ. There's the combined equity curve. Obviously it looks much smoother because now we have long and short signals. And it checks a lot of boxes. Its net profit after slippage and commissions is more than 2 times greater than the max drawdown, aka the return to drawdown. So, $100,000 over the back test and a 9,000 max drawdown. That's a 10.0 return to drawdown. That's really good to see. The average trade, $426. That's amazing. Every trade, those are the metrics that I'm going to be looking for a good strategy. Okay. Some other things to note, it did find a strategy on 4-minute bars. So I tested 1 to 5 minute bars for simplicity. Sometimes, 1 minute or 5 minute, which are the most popular, are not always the best option. It shows 4 minute, which is, a little bit exotic. So that's good to see. Then we have a 250 tick stop loss and sell after 60 bars in profit. I tested a couple stop losses, 250, it found 250. And then the exit after 60 bars. So, most of you watching are probably used to a profit target, like sell after 100 ticks of profit target or sell once you're up $1,000, which is still a great option. Definitely test that. Selling after X amount of bars or N amount of bars is a valuable option as well. Selling after a certain time. When you sell after a certain amount of time, you're basically saying that, hey, the signal is valid, but there is an expiry to it. And testing that, selling after X amount of bars tests those expiries, and it looks like, selling after 60 bars was the best. So the next step for this strategy would be to essentially run it in a demo/sim account for 30 days to see if it makes money in the current market without putting live capital. This is a common practice that I do. There's also a couple other steps that I do to ensure that the strategy is robust. And if you want to learn about those steps, you can see the links in the description. But this is a great start to a momentum strategy. I can't speak today. I'm sorry, guys. I cannot speak. And I'll be releasing all the source code for the momentum strategy. All you have to do is join my newsletter below in the comments, put your email in, and you'll get this free source code strategy with long and short signals. So hope you found value in this video on this momentum strategy idea. Once again, ideas for a strategy are a dime a dozen, right? They're easy to find. They're easy to talk about. The hard part is testing them, right? Making sure these ideas are coming to life. They make money in and out of sample, which is usually where most strategies decay, and they make money after slippage and commissions, as well as the other tests that I do that I talk about in my community. But that's our momentum strategy for NQ. I hope you found value in this video. Let me know in the comments below if you did, and if you're going to build some more momentum strategies, or you'd like to see some other indicator strategies, maybe like the zero lag EMA, zigzag strategy, RSI. I think we've done RSI already. Wave trend, we've done wave trend. But let me know if you'd like to see any other strategies that we can build together and test to see if they're viable to trade in an automated fashion. So that's the video, guys. Have a happy Saturday. We'll see you next week. Peace.